some Palo Santo, and I was being told that someone asked for Palo Santo as confirmation, so I'm abiding. Spirit said we can give you Palo Santo. So today's reading, everyone, I'm filming on a very potent day. I'm filming this on Saturday, which is a day where there was a lot of different planetary alignments that are happening. And this morning we had Saturn, Neptune, Mars, Mercury, and Venus all come into alignment. And I believe that you could have seen this early hours of the morning. I did not get up and see this, everyone, just to make that clear. But for those that might have, that's the confirmation for you. And for those that have been feeling, you know, completely in flow today, I definitely have felt the energies just feel really elevated and lifted. And I thought, oh, this planetary alignment's happening. And I was also told of the alignment with regards to Jupiter and Uranus as well. And this is the first time that this has happened since 1941, which is an incredibly long time. And I just thought, you know, sometimes we aren't in full awareness of what is happening with regards to, you know, this planet and the full spectrum of things. But I think sometimes the one thing that we can rely on is that when there are planetary shifts, we all feel it. So to those that might be, you know, perhaps still skeptical in these realms, you know, show up not entirely sure what you believe in, if you can feel into these energies that, you know, is expressed by myself in these spaces, I feel like that is proof enough that there is some things that we just cannot explain, and sometimes that just has to be the truth. But today's reading is actually for the Scorpio full moon that we have coming up on Tuesday. And this moon is amazing for change. In alignment with this Jupiter and Uranus aligning, it's a really potent time to just let things be revealed to you. I was getting this notion of perhaps some spaces where aspects of yourself or others are going to be highlighted so that then you can make your movements and adjust accordingly. And I'm really intrigued to go into this reading because we've had such an explosive such an explosive shadow season, eclipse season, that I haven't really sat in collective energy for a little while. And I've done some readings, you know, that spirit guided, but I feel like that was a very different space. But I think this is the first time me connecting to collective energy and also to the moon. It's been a long time since I put my focus in on the moon, probably about, I don't know how many months ago now. I started to focus my energy more towards the sun, and I've just been gaining energy from that space. So it's quite a pivot for me to come back to this moon energy today. So we'll see how we go, everyone. But I was guided to bring in a stone to today's reading that's going to be significant. So thank you to a gorgeous, gorgeous soul that gifted me this absolutely stunning ocean jasper. Look at the colors. But ocean jasper is amazing for allowing you to come into a creative space. It also helps you contain a more positive attitude. And this is a curveball, but I felt like it was right to share it in this space. But also, it aids in sex magic. So to those that, you know, are divinating in that way, perhaps getting some ocean jasper will help you align in that space a little bit deeper. And I was being guided to Lemurian quartz in my mind. I wasn't told to bring it into the space, but for those that might connect in with Lemuria, I feel like we're going to be gaining a lot of knowledge in the next few weeks with regards to that understanding and what exactly happened there, and how we cannot repeat the same mistakes. I'm not sure if that sentence makes sense, but that's how it's making sense in my head. So how we cannot make the same mistakes that we did in Lemuria. There we go. Apologies, everyone. The energy is so high. I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to get through this reading today. So we shall see. But I feel like if you are open at this time to receive, then you will. So make sure that you are taking some time for yourself to be in your own energy and see what wants to come through for you, because I feel like there is, it's almost like a tunnel has opened, and it's the understandings of Lemuria sinking in, seeping in, and to those that aligns with, specifically those that I did a reading with a few months ago, and I gifted everyone a shell in the higher heart chakra space. So to those that, you know, took that as a gift from myself to you, that will be activated almost in this space. So there might be some things that pop up in your dream time that you think, oh, that's really important, so make a note of it. And I think there's going to be divine synchronicities that happen, but this is connecting to Lemuria, and obviously only take what resonates. This won't resonate for everyone, but I was just feeling that real strong connection to that there, so I felt like I should be bringing it into the space. But I am going to grab some messages from this ocean jasper, I'm being told, and that's going to help you pick your pile. So I have done this before, and I believe that, you know, stones hold understanding, they hold spaces in time. They also, I think, hold to some level energies of souls, you know, that perhaps have passed or that were around at this time. So I'm going to tune into the energy of this ocean jasper and see what wants to come through. Don't feel lost or misplaced. To those that might feel confused, don't feel lost or misplaced, because everything is coming into alignment for you. That's going to be the energy of pile 1. Sunshine and optimism is the way forward. That's going to be the energy for pile number 2. Confusion, heartbreak, and loss. There is a space of healing here, and that's going to be for pile number 3. So take a minute to ponder on those messages. You might want to rewind and remember what I said, because I clearly can't. So just take a minute and sink into the energies, and I will go ahead with pile number 1. Welcome, pile 1. This is your reading. So the ocean jasper mentioned energies of feeling misplaced at this time. So we're going to tune in, and I'm going to pull some moon oracle first with regards to feeling misplaced and how you can perhaps dislodge this energy with this Scorpio full moon that we have coming up. First card that I've got for you is Long Night Moon and Darkness. I'm being drawn to... This card always makes me think of Donnie Darko. I think just because of the rabbit there, but there's something about it. 26 and surrender. You've got 40 on that card there. 26 and surrender. Another? Okay, I'm going to tune into the energies of this oracle first, pile 1. You might feel like you've been put in the dark for a reason, pile 1. And if you are thinking that, that is true, that is the case. But I'm also hearing that there is light around you. It's just up to you to go out and seek it. You can see this figure here. You know, if she turned around, she'd be in the shadow, but she's choosing to walk towards the light. So there is a choice that's being needed to make. There is a choice that's being needing to be made by you. By one, I honestly can't speak. I don't know what's happening. There's a choice that's needing to be made by you, pile 1, with regards to stepping into spaces that actually nourish you and that make you feel supported. There's a strong essence of, you know, going this long road alone, and the simple answer is, pile 1, is that you don't have to. It's a choice that you are making to ostracize yourself at this time and feel on the outskirts of everything. There is spaces for you that you can step forward and receive nourishment and encouragement. To some, this is directly connecting into, you know, the realms of spirituality, the realms of your teams of light. They're saying, we are here to support you, so why aren't you reaching out to us? You know, we are here to have a helping hand. And I think sometimes we forget that everyone has teams of light, and, you know, no matter what we've done in our life, no matter how shameful we might feel in a specific time, or, you know, there's things that we are delving into that we regret, there is always light there for you to be expressed to you, and to be brought into your space for support, pile 1. So I just wanted to stress that teams of light are always here, no matter what we've done. And, you know, I've been shown some horrific spaces in places that I've been, you know, in previous lives, and I still have teams of light here because I was supposed to be in those spaces so that I could be the being that I am here today. But I still went through those notions, you know. I've still been all types of beings in all realms and spaces, and it's not pretty, it's not been cool, and, you know, I had to really accept that, but also don't hold on to it for too long. So for those that are on an expansive path, perhaps you've been deep in the shadow work and eclipse season, and you're seeing all the spaces that, you know, you've made mistakes, and it's okay. You're allowed to release this energy with this full moon. Yeah, Ace of Wands. As soon as you decide that you're ready to come into the light, you will, pile 1. Wow, the Tower. And I'm hearing that this Tower moment, it's almost like this is going to light a fire for you. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. This is something you're not expecting, Pile 1, is that whatever you've been going through, it's been for a purpose. There is such light around you. Daughter of Pentacles. Such light around you. And it's up to you to step forward and take it. We've got the Lovers here. I think you might be avoiding love, one, which is really interesting. Am I taking those? Yeah. Son of Wands. And also another 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Give me a minute, Pile 1, because I feel like there is perhaps an illusion around you at this time, Pile 1, because I think you're focusing in on all the things that have gone wrong instead of focusing in on all the things that you've gotten right. And I think that is really going to help you flip the script of where you are right now and allowing you to access this light that you feel like you've been pushed out of. It's almost like you feel like you've been pushed out of a space. And then you're not allowed back in. But I'm hearing that the door is wide open. You just have to step forward and ask to experience it. There is something that you've been asking for that you feel like is out of bounds now, but you have to step forward and ask for it, Pile 1. And this is going to mean so many different things to whoever is watching, but it's like there is there was a path set forward for you, and perhaps you veered off course for a time, Pile 1, but you can always circle back and, you know, pick up where you left off, because I feel like you think that everything has gone to, yeah, I can't say that word, gone to the crapper? Can I say crapper? I'm gonna say crapper. And, you know, maybe that is the case, but there is still so much that you've already built that is stable and that you can use and take forward into this next chapter of your life. I feel like you feel at a standstill. You might feel like you're at the bottom of the mountain. You might feel like you've been set on fire to some degree somewhere. Degree is an important word. That's confirmation to someone. Some degree. I was just hearing that. But it's not a space you can't bounce back from, is the main message, Pile 1. Wherever you are right now, you can pull it back, you can bounce back, and you can get your life back on track. I think that is the main message. And I'm being drawn to a tent in my mind's eye. So you might have to go exploring to find what it is that you perhaps are craving or looking for. I think you haven't found exactly what it is that you are looking for. I'm hearing that you too, son. I haven't found what I've been looking for. I can't remember what song that is, but that's coming through. And don't be afraid to try something new. And to some of you, this is regarding your career. This is regarding money matters specifically. Don't be fearful of trying something new, because you have more than one talent. You have more than one skill. And to those that, you know, perhaps didn't, oh my gosh, words are leaving my mind. To those that perhaps didn't go after something in the past because you perceived it as too outlandish, or that, you know, you weren't good enough in a certain space, and being told to circle back around to that space and look again, because you are. Wishbone and affirmation, yeah. Somewhere you've made a wish, Pile 1, and wow, that's so interesting. I had a card that's from another reading. Obviously, I put them back in the wrong deck, but I'm going to take it as such. 25 and living light, see the beauty in life. Yeah, I think you asked for a life a real long time ago, Pile 1, a very specific way of living, and your teams of light are saying that it's time to look at that again. Yeah, candlelit and illumination. You asked for something, and it's now time for you to receive. And that's so interesting. You being misplaced in the dark, and now you have the candle. something has been highlighted to you already, pile one, or it's just about to come into your realm of understanding that you can take for the grasping if you choose to, pile one, because some of you, it's like you were asking for this for such a long time. You've just forgotten that you even wanted this in the first place. And I think, when we're going through such, I was hearing such tragic changes, such, vast changes, we kind of forget the whole reason why we are here sometimes. And I say that in as loose terms as possible, but also in the most accurate and precise words as possible as well. You might have forgotten why you are here. You might have forgotten your life path. You might have forgotten exactly what you are supposed to be focusing on at this time, pile one. So I'm hearing just stop and look. Look around. Look in the corners of your mind. Look in the corners of your rooms. Look in the corners of journals if you journal. Look in between scraps of paper. It's like you're going to find something. And you're going to be reminded of what you asked for. Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy. Make love to life. I do feel like this is relating to connections and romance. Pile one. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. And to some, it's like you asked for connection and now it's here, and you're shying away from it. And I think because it's important, portal doors are opening, you decide, rewards, and wild card. I think something is a wild card, pile one, but this is also a wish that you made. So let it come in. And a confirmation of this might be hieroglyphics or Egypt. So if something comes up with regards to hieroglyphics or Egypt in the next few weeks, in the next few months, I'm hearing, take note of this, pile one, because it's like it's supposed to be for you. Well, the void. Stop embracement, a great cosmic movement. And I have done a reading that was titled The Void, so I'm going to tag that in the description as well, pile one, because it was a real potent reading. I was incredibly hesitant to bring it forward because I just felt like the energies were so much. I honestly didn't think that we were ready, but I was told that we were, and I was pleasantly surprised. But that might be significant for you, that reading, pile one. I feel like I'm being halted from being able to say exactly what the energies even that I am feeling for you, pile one, because I don't want to sway anyone at this moment in time. But the general gist of what I'm feeling is that this is connecting to something that you really care about, whether this be, something that you had as a dream as a child, whether this was something that you wanted for yourself in a specific moment in your life. And I'm hearing this is perhaps in a time where you felt like you were kind of in peak flow. It's like you asked for this and then you had to go through everything that you've just been through so that you could accept this in. Lighter of heart, I'm hearing. But I think please go easy with yourself, pile one, because it might take a lot to accept this in to your heart space. It feels like there has been so many wounds that you've had to lick clean, again, pile one, because there were tough lessons needed to be learned, I'm hearing. Tough lessons needed to be learned. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It's been guiding you to the answers that you seek. Some of you aren't trusting your intuition. You're not trusting what you're sensing. You're not trusting what you're feeling. You're not trusting what you've told yourself. And we've got two faces on there. Choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of a choice. And I'm putting the choice card directly on top of the tower card. And it's a choice to get out of your tower moment, pile one, because you can step into the light at any time. You can step into the light. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. perhaps there are still things that you need to release, Pile 1, and you can do this with this full moon. Full moons are amazing for releasing. You can write anything down that you want to release and burn it. You can, just say prayers out into the ether. You can use candle magic, whatever feels right to you at this time. I think there is no one right way to divinate full self. So trust in those energies. You might have just brought yourself some tarot cards. That might be a way that you want to check in with the energies as well. Signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward to reveal the signs and synchronicities. Yeah, you've been ignoring synchronicities of late, I'm hearing, Pile 1. And your teams are saying, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. We've got the tree here. That's so interesting. I love when things like that happen. I'm going to show you this, Pile 1. So I had this card that's actually from a very different deck that's got the tree on it here, and you've got a double tree here, and then you've got the tree of life as well on this card. So interesting. What is it you want, Pile 1, is what your teams of light are asking you to be in awareness of at this time. What is it you want? And be careful, because something needs care, something needs gentle nurturing, and it's going to be up to you to provide this space. And if this is, pertaining to relationships and connection, I think you're going to have to really sink into your nurturing essence, Pile 1, to allow for yourself to be open to deeper connections. And I think this is where the self-care comes in, because this might feel like a massive leap of faith to step forward towards things that really do attach to the heart space, and it can feel quite a vulnerable space to be in, Pile 1. So if you need support in those spaces, do reach out to wherever you feel like you can get that support. This might be something that you seek in therapy. This might be in more holistic understandings. I'm a Reiki practitioner, so don't hesitate to reach out. But it feels like this is going to be a space of you asking for more support in where you are, Pile 1, and deciding to go after what you feel in heart above everything else. So trust in the energy, trust in your understandings of yourself and what you might have asked for in the past. It's like this is something that you asked for a real long time ago, and now that it's here, it's almost like it feels like you're doing like a full life assessment, Pile 1, up until this point, and you're now ready for the change, that big change that you've been asking for perhaps for a real long time. It's now here, but I think it doesn't look the way that you were expecting it to, and that's okay, Pile 1. You just have to trust in the divine tapestry of your life and trust that you knew what you wanted all along. So trust in your own energy. But please do revisit that void reading if that feels aligned to you, because I feel like there might be more messages for you. This might be a slow process as well, Pile 1. For some of you, this is going to be, a good couple of years before you come into an understanding of what you truly want. And I don't want anyone to go into panic of that. There's definitely a space that I've been in. I was told a real long time ago I was going to be doing some pretty important things, and I just had no idea of where that would lead me. And 2 or 3 years later, here I am, kind of in some of the most craziest spaces that I could never have predicted. And I think this is what's going to happen for you, Pile 1 too, and that those 2 to 3 years isn't a time frame for you or everyone that is here. But please don't put a time frame specifically on anything, but I just wanted to make some of you aware, that this might be a very long process, because there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. And I'm being drawn to the lotuses on that card as well, with the surrender to the sweetness. So maybe focusing in on plant energy as well might help you through this process, Pile 1. I feel like there is a softness that you're needing to reside into within yourself to even allow for this process to start. So take easy, go easy on yourself, Pile 1, and trust that you know what is best for you, and keep looking towards the stars as well, Pile 1, because I feel like there is expanse there for you to understand. Any more questions? Any more questions? Interesting. What does that mean? Any more questions? Maybe you just have a lot of questions right now, and speak out into the ether, Pile 1, because you will receive answers is what I'm hearing. But that's all that I've got for you today, Pile 1. I really hope that you find a place of peace and solitude that you can sink into to really nourish yourself at this time. It feels like you need a lot of self-care and self-encouragement to take those steps that you know that you need to take back in towards the light, Pile 1. But so much love from me to you. Take care. Hello, Pile 2, this is your reading. So the Ocean Jasper said sunshine and optimism for you with regards to this full moon in Scorpio that we have coming up. So I'm going to pull some cards with regards to sunshine and optimism from the Moon Oracle for you, Pile 2. Well, number 18 and pleasure. And I do believe that I finished off on Pile 1's reading on 1818, so that is beautiful for you. And then we've got 20 and beauty on this card as well, Pile 2. I did not plan that, I promise. And number 7 and nourishment. Oh, Pile 2, I'm going to say really impressed with this energy. I feel like this is a job well done for you. I feel like eclipse season, the past 5 to 10 years, I'm hearing for some of you, have been incredibly trying, incredibly challenging, and you've made it through, Pile 2. You've made it through, and this is what your teams of light were hoping for you, but it's almost like you've surpassed their expectations of what you were going to achieve already, Pile 2. So please hear that and take that for truth. I feel like somewhere you perhaps don't trust in yourself, I'm hearing. So I think sunshine and optimism is regarding the view that you have of yourself. That needs to be addressed through this full moon in Scorpio, because I'm hearing where you're going, Pile 2, you're going to need confidence and you're going to need strength. And you have strength in spades, I'm hearing, but it's the strength that it's different now. You're not fighting anymore. It's the slow and steady process of trusting in yourself, trusting into all of these realms and these things that you experience, to those that, do divinate, do attack into. Maybe you've been attacked recently, Pile 2. Obviously only take what resonates into those that have been attacked in any form of way, spiritual or in this plane of existence. I'm really sorry to hear that. It's never a easy situation to deal with, and I really do hope that you are getting all the support that you need, Pile 2. So please don't hesitate to reach out as well if that feels aligned for you. I'm totally here for that. But it feels like there is it's like, how do I explain this? It's an easeful way of maneuvering through life now, Pile 2, and you've earned this with Mother of Wands here, which is the Queen of Wands. It's like you've nourished yourself into change. Five of Swords. You've nourished yourself into change, and you have allowed yourself to be reborn. Page of Cups, which is allowing you to have this new journey, Pile 2. And I'm being drawn to mid-journey. So I feel like a whole new paradigm. Bear with me here, everyone. I feel like a whole new paradigm, a whole new set of timelines has opened up for you, because you continue to say yes to yourself, your healing, and your path of enlightenment. I would be very surprised if there is anyone in this pile that doesn't divinate in some way, whether this be, speaking out to nature, whether this be, physically casting in some way, whether this be, just reading oracle from time to time, reading tarot from time to time. That is divination. Lighting candles, I hate to break it to everyone, that is divination. So trust that you are a spiritual being, and I think this might trigger even some that are here, but I'm hearing that I'm saying this to you now so that you can start to get used to it, because you're going to have a very coordinated life with regards to energy and magic. And when I say magic, I'm going to say energy alchemy, because that's what it is. But there is a lot of, negative connotations that have been placed on magic, and, from all sorts of spaces, all kinds of doctrines. But magic is alchemy. There are scientific laws that alchemy abides by, and they work. So for those that might be skeptical, for those that might be questioning, the validity of spaces and what all of this means, somewhere in science, alchemy makes sense, so magic makes sense. And quantum physics is going to be, the theories and the science that proves that frequencies and, I believe, extraterrestrial beings exist. So for those that might be on a path and stepping into this and thinking, I'm not too sure, you're already living it. So please just be open to the magic that wants to open itself up to you in your life. Pile 2. I'm going to pull some more tarot because I feel like there might be 2 teams. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So Ten of Swords. We've got the Ten of Swords and Strength. So for some you might have been looking for love, but you actually received the universe, which I know sounds a little bit mental. I know that sounds crazy, but what I'm trying to express is that you were looking for love, and you've received ultimate access to unconditional love by opening yourself up to all realms of understanding. So, for those that have been wanting a specific partner, I do not mean to laugh, it's just hilarious to me the way that came through. But it's like you will meet the partner, of your dreams, of your wishes, all of that. So please don't panic. But it's like you got more than you asked for, and it's going to fall into your lap in the most beautiful way, Pile 2, because you asked for love, but you've actually been given the keys to unlocking love within yourself and the universe, which, is copious amounts of love in all different spaces, all different understandings, and all different directions. So this is a massive congratulations to those that have been really stepping forward to self, because I'm hearing everything that you've asked for is going to come in for you, and it's going to be in very different ways than you could have possibly imagined, but in the best possible way. You're going to start to receive and see all of the hard work that you've been putting in. And this is only the beginning, I'm hearing. And, to those that have been expanding into other, all doors are open for us now to step into. And yeah, I'm really, really excited for you, Pile 2. And you've got the World confirming your Strength card, which is just phenomenal. I don't want to cover up that line there. But to those that might have been in the Ten of Swords energies, you might still be in the dark at this time with regards to what is happening. And that's okay. I want to say that's okay, and trust the process. You won't be in the dark for much longer. Yeah, the Chariot. There is swift movement about to take place, and I did peep the... What card was it? It popped out. The Nine of Wands. Well, we've got the Death card. Some of you are still in a death and rebirth. So please trust in this energies and trust that your cup is full. And I always see this as like a little hedgehog. I'm not sure why, but it's almost like all the amazing things, all the cute things are just underneath all of this spikiness of, the hedgehog. Hedgehogs look incredibly cute, but they are spiky. So remember that. It's almost like you're in the spiky confusion right now, Pile 2, but you're going to reach the sweet, soft, and cuteness of the hedgehog. Its underbelly and its face when it's time to feel it. And showing my love for animals there probably sound a little bit strange. But it's like Pile 2, some of you are, just completely in the middle of the chaos still. And, I understand you, I hear you. I've been there time and time again, but you will make it through. This is your confirmation that you're going to get to this energy. If you are still over here, this is what's coming for you. All of the realms opening up for you, all of the love that you've been asking for, more than you've been asking for, and the world. And I know messages like this seem crazy when everything else in the world is telling us that, the world is falling apart, there is so much darkness out there, and, I'm in other spaces definitely expressing that energy with regards to everything just being amok and running awry at this time. That is the truth, in some spaces, but you're allowed to have spaces where you enjoy your life also, pile 2. And I think this is the bit where we have to trust in the universe, we have to trust in the divine tapestry of life, and that miracles are possible, because I think that no matter what is happening, we can create a sense of safety, stability, love, and appreciation, and happiness, and optimism for ourselves. And, that does get mirrored out into our understanding. There is a lot of fear-mongering that happens with regards to Earth and where we find ourselves, that you need to detach from, pile 2. Maybe you had to be in these spaces. Maybe you worked for companies that weren't great with regards to damaging the planet in some way, and this can be a lot of things. Yeah, Mother of Pentacles. Maybe I don't know how else to make that sense, but I don't want to name companies or industries in case that gets flagged, but yeah, in case maybe you worked for companies or industries that were damaging to the planet in some way, and that's just not environmental. I'm talking like, whether it be business or, all types of things. And maybe you've seen the worst, pile 2. Maybe you've seen the worst, but the best is yet to come. Yeah, 6 of Cups. The best is yet to come. And this has been slow and steady progression, pile 2. So for those that might be feeling like, I don't deserve this, are you sure? Because I think you would say that you've had a pretty hectic life. You've had a pretty troublesome time, even if it's not felt like your entire life. But I think definitely of late, the last a few years I'm hearing. So don't take that. Don't take that you don't deserve something. Pile 2. I feel like this is an illusion. I'm being drawn to like a mind control here with this butterfly as well, and please just take what resonates for you. But some of you might have been in mind control programs at some point in your life, so just be wary of these negative understandings coming in. You might feel unworthy a lot. You might feel like you don't deserve happiness. This isn't coming from you. Wow, yeah, this is coming from these programs. And the justice for some of you is me saying that information. This has allowed you to understand something that you had question marks around, but now you know it to be true. And don't hesitate to reach out to me, pile 2, if you would like to delve into, past life regressions to see where this might be a thing that's predominant in your space and time now that just doesn't need to be. Yeah, the Fool, because you're supposed to be feeling joyous at this time. Optimism and sunshine. The Son of Pentacles, so the Page of Pentacles. But you are at the beginning of perhaps finding stability with regards to maybe leaving these corporations or, industries that were harming the earth and coming into balance with something else. For some of you, you've been asking to travel the world, and that's going to happen. You've been asking to travel the world, and that's going to happen. Don't make no mistake. And the Daughter of Swords. For some of you, you feel like you've made a mistake somewhere. But you haven't. And we've got the Daughter of Cups. You feel like you've made a mistake somewhere, but you haven't. What does that mean? Yeah, you're actually using your intuition. For some, this is, if everything has fell away, if you feel like you've just been walking and walking away from so many situations, or you feel like people have left your life, it was because they were supposed to. Pile 2. It was because they were supposed to. you are in a vortex, which is Abraham Hicks's understanding. If you want to delve into that, it was very helpful for me when I first started to step into these realms of spirituality, Abraham Hicks. But you are in a vortex that is bringing towards you everything that you've been asking for a really long time. And this did come out for another pile or two. And I think that you're going to be in disbelief, pile 2, and just how everything works out for you. Smoke and prayers, and maybe you want to set an intention with regards to this full moon in Scorpio, and just reminding yourself of all the things that you perhaps did ask for at one time or another that you might have forgotten about. But your fortune's coming in regardless. Fortune cooking and fortuitous there. So maybe, yeah, some of you have a lot of questions with regards to your future. Please, I know this is easier said than done, but please don't, because everything is already working out for your highest good. And it's time for you to experience life in a very different way. And to some of you, your ancestors have guided you directly towards this path. And, you know, anything that has stepped away from your life, it's been with purpose, pile 2. I feel like you've been through an awful lot in the last 10 years. And I genuinely just saw fire out of the corner of my eye, which doesn't exist in the here and now, pile 2. So I think firelight is very important for you. You might want to smoke your house with regards to saging, smudging, a little bit more, pile 2, because I think you're clearing out a lot of energy without realizing it. And this might be to those that, you know, don't feel like they divinate, but you are a divine channel. It's like you're very important, pile 2. And I think this is something that you haven't figured out for yourself yet, is that you are very, very, very important. And whatever you're doing in the world right now, it makes an incredible difference to, well, it's going to make an incredible difference to so many, / it already does. And you're going to have to trust in what you are feeling and sensing at this moment in time. And to those that might have been connected to, you know, I'm hearing these deep space programs, or connecting to past lives within the military, it's like there's going to be eyes on you because you have connections in these realms from other spaces. So there is almost like a thread that is still connecting you to these times and spaces that some of you, these can be cut. So look into cord cutting from those past understandings. And, you know, if this is something you've never done before and would like more information, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. But it's like there are people watching, is what I want to share. There are energies, there are entities watching that you don't have to worry about. You are more than capable of looking after yourself and your own energy. And, you know, anything of darkness that we feel that we don't want to be in our vicinity, just send it love and say, you know, they are not welcome in my space, and they will disappear. If you would like an energy clearing, do not hesitate to reach out for that as well, pile 2. With regards to protection and that sort of thing, I do, you know, just offer that service for free, because I think it's just terrible to try and charge people for something like that. So just let me know, pile 2, because I feel like you feel the weight of where you are. Maybe you are a very important person right now, and you're feeling the weight of that to some of you. This is a whole new, sorry, I'm all over the place with these readings today, everyone. I think there's just so much energy, but there was like another pathway that I'm now expressing, is that maybe you feel the weight of just how important you are here, but I'm hearing, let the weight go, because you're going to walk this path regardless. So would you rather it be light and full of sunshine, or do you want to make it weighty? Do you want to make it be, you know, something that it feels like a burden? Because you're not going to stop, pile 2, because this is your path and this is what you came here to do. We all have free choice and free will, but at a soul and heart center, whatever you are doing, whatever you might be just stepping into, whatever you might be creating, is completely for you. So you can go into it with light of heart and trusting yourself and how capable you are, how amazing you are, how much you've been through and how much you deserve it. Or you can take the hard way and, you know, this always feel like a burden, this always feel like it's stressful, this always feel like, you know, that you don't deserve it. And, you know, it's not easy to work through those emotions. So please do seek help where you need it, pile 2. And you know, I know that I'm saying this very simply and it's not that easy. You know, I'm definitely someone that still works through imposter syndrome, and, you know, maybe that will never go away, but you do have to decide that, you know, I want to feel in the light, I want to feel lightness of life, and set the intention for that with this Scorpio full moon, pile 2, because it's time for you to receive. And your teams of light are saying they don't want you to miss out. There is something that you might miss out on, pile 2, if you don't accept it in. And I believe that everything that's meant for us will find us eventually. So, if you, inverted commas, miss out right now, pile 2, there will be another opportunity. But I'm hearing what is stepping forward for you has been so well crafted for you that it would be a shame if you didn't say yes, is what I want to share, pile 2. And you will know when this happens. And to everyone here, I'm being told, every single person that is watching, it's very easy to watch a reading and think that message isn't for me. So I'm stating it here so that no one has any escape from this. There is going to be something that happens where you think, oh my gosh, I've been asking for this forever and now it's here. And, this will differ depending on your path, but whatever you've been asking for, it's on its way to you. If not, just around the corner. Pile 2. And I'm real grateful for this reading, because it was the same message for another pile as well. So things have shifted incredibly, and I'm grateful for that confirmation. It was 2020 on the clock there. You are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. And to some, maybe this is more connection and a stronger sense of community. That's coming in for you. Please don't worry. You're going to have everything that you need. Herath and longing for home, homesick for the stars. Some of you, this is connecting with your ancestors, star origins in a very, very different way. And I'm hearing it is here for you. Water, God, this card actually fell on the floor before I picked up the deck, and I've shuffled it again. So there is a strong connection to needing to nourish yourself, take care of your body, and lots of tenderness and rest, pile 2. Maybe you're a pile that struggle to rest. Maybe you've constantly been, an overachiever, overseeker. Overstimulation, you suffer with chronically, pile 2, and you don't realize it yet. For some of you, I'm hearing. And for those that do know, please just keep an eye on this, because you do actually need a lot of downtime, a lot of alone time, a lot of to be in your own energy, pile 2. And that's definitely something that I experienced on my path. There's a lot going on out there in the world, and when I step foot out of the door, I'm connecting to so many people and so many things all at once that I do need to take my own time and space quite often so that I can recalibrate and, feel in my own energy. And that's, part and parcel of being here, being a starseed, be connected into these expansive realms, whether you believe in being a starseed or not. We're all cosmic beings to my understanding somewhere. So trust that you need time. For some of you, this is like you need time to figure some things out. And that's all that you need. Bottom of the deck energy, loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. Surrendering to where you find yourself right now is going to be the best thing that you can do for you, pile 2. For some, there's like resistance to where you find yourself right now. And some of you have felt this energy of something amazing happening. Blue flame, connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. Smoke and prayers. A flame again. I literally saw flames out the corner of my eyes, pile 2. That's no joke, Signs and release to step forward, but I'm not going to take those cards, I'm hearing. I'm told to take this one. I think because this lovely light being here. Some of you started to see beings, or you will, in the not so distant future. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. And some of you, this is what you've done. You've decided to serve others. You've decided to take that leap, leave those potential jobs or corporations because you said no more. I don't want to harm the planet or these systems any longer or people any longer. And you're going to be rewarded for that. So trust in the energy. How many more? Wow. Oh my gosh. I feel like there was a lot of activity, pile 2. So maybe you are just experiencing lots of free the spirits. Maybe some of you just started to tap into your, clear understandings, your psychic abilities, and yeah, that can be, quite frightening at times. So go easy with self, Pile 2. To be free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. I honestly love that phrase so much. I cannot cope whenever it flips out, because I don't know, there's something about it where it just makes the most amount of, tingles in me. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. Some of you really do hold unconditional love for others, and this is palpable. People know that you love them. When you say, I love you, they know that you truly mean it. And when you give a hand to anyone, people feel the love that you hold. People feel the light that you hold, Pile 2. Yeah, it's making me want to burst into tears, Pile 2, because I think you're not able to understand just how light you are. Creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of limitless bear with me, Pile 2. Creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. I was hearing dreams and direction. I'm hearing One Direction. Take what resonates there. That might be confirmation for someone. I don't personally listen to One Direction, but no shame over here. Pile 2. And I think that this is loving yourself, Pile 2, and I'm pretty sure that this was the theme from last couple of readings. This is about your self-love journey and reaching a culmination of all understanding of whom you are at a soul's level, and that being accepted by others and appreciated by others, and you accepting and loving yourself, Pile 2. You've done so much to be in the position that you are right now. Whatever is happening in your life, you do hold a steady amount of abundance in your life. That doesn't equate to monetary value. I want to share that. Predominantly, abundance is a state of feeling in a bounty of something. So whether this be, you have stable connections in your life, whether this be you have stable facets for creativity, like that you are a creative being in certain aspects, that's an abundant feeling. Whether this be, you know exactly how to, you've got a really beautiful house that's decorated really beautifully because you knew what to do to make yourself feel that abundance. Pile 3, there's lots of ways to understand abundance. So, it's not necessarily monetary value, but there is something that you do of value that you need to pay attention to. And this might not be just one thing. I think this is you understanding how abundant your soul is and appreciating it and accepting it, Pile 2. That's the bottom line. Your task through this Scorpio full moon is to see yourself as pure divine light and abundance and believe it to be true. And as soon as you start to do that, see what happens, Pile 2, because I'm hearing it's going to change everything. So congratulations, Pile 2. Honestly, I literally want to give you a little round of applause. I want to give you a big, massive hug and say that job well done. And you should be incredibly proud of yourselves, because I can feel what you've been through, the depth of the pain, the depth of the struggle, and you've made it through. No matter what is happening right now, if you're still in this energy of change over here, you've done it. You've gone through the hardest bit. You might be in the middle of the the eye of the storm, of the chaos, of the tornado right now, but you've done the hardest bit. You're now being raised up to find this divine light and abundance, but you have so much strength and you are an incredibly creative soul. You might want to work with a blue flame. I did do a blue flame meditation that I think is a little bit dated now. I think I might do another video for that and change it slightly. So working with the blue flame will help you get into divine balance and flow, Pile 2. So trust in that energy. Trust that you can just surrender to where you find yourself right now. And yeah, you're going to be gifted some things, Pile 2. Just accept them is what I want to share. But that's all that I've got for you today. Yeah, that's all that I've got today. Take care, Pile 2.